Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video comes with a very sad heart for me, but I do have a resolution. An animal was in and ate every single piece of corn and all of my corn that had sprouted. It even topped them all off, took away everything, ate everything. I literally had little holes all through my garden where the corn was. So I thought, if I'm going to reseed, what would I do? So instead of reseeding in the garden, if they're going to eat the starts, and I have to come up with a resolution of what I can do out there, I've decided I'm going to start starts indoors. I have the grow light, I have a heat mat, and I might actually be able to get it to germinate and grow a little bit quicker indoors. And then once the corn has sprouted, I'm hoping I'll be able to get it in the garden. So we'll see how we can do that with transplant. So this is my first time doing starts this way, and I'll show you what I've come up with just to try and see how this would go. So what I've done is I actually went out and purchased a organic, just a small bag of organic potting mix, and so I just put it in this big tray that I usually put the other little trays into it. And what I'm going to do, what I have done, is I've put holes all through the bottom, as you can see that. I used a glue gun to poke down into it to cause a hole so I can actually bottom water with a second tray. And I've moistened this soil, and I have some warm water set aside, and I'm going to I have 3 different types of corn that was gifted to me. So this is golden batten. So I'm just going to do in each area of this tray, I'm going to put some corn, and then I'll label it for myself. So I'm going to do about trying to think how many to do, because I was just not really knowing how many is going to grow in my garden. But maybe if I do 1, I'll show you exactly what I've done. So I'm going to do 15 of each kind. So this will give me 45 corn to work with. I might not even have a space, but at least we'll see what germinates and how I can go with this. But that's how I'm doing it there. And I'm just going to cover this in soil when I'm finished, and put some warm water in there. This second kind, in the second part of the tray, is going to be peaches and cream. And I also have plenty of corn for next year. My friend was very giving to me, and this one is called Honey Select, and I'm looking forward to that. So just do 15 of each corn. These ones are much bigger corn. And I'm just looking forward to seeing if I can get this growing. And once they sprout up, I will transplant them all into the garden. So this is looking to be like the perfect amount of each one. 2. Okay. So I've now got exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 9 rows of 5 of each, so that it's going to be 15 corn that I'm going to try and see if I can germinate. So I've pushed them all down in just a little bit into the soil there, so they kind of get pushed in, and then I'm just going to rub the soil across it all to see if I can just get them to germinate. So I've never grown corn, but like I said, this is my first time trying to do a bigger garden, and I know with corn, they actually, the tops of the corn stalk is what fertilizes all the little cobs. So I'll show you what I'm doing here. So now, as you can see, I've kind of tucked them all in. I'm just kind of leveling out the soil on top of it. So it just kind of has hardly any, not too much, it's not too deep, but so there we go. You'll see it's kind of just leveling over. So I'm going to do that. And to label this, I'm just going to write on a little tiny piece of with this little tag on it, so I can be able to read it. Right. Put in each spot. I know exactly which one is right now. So they're almost all covered up here with the soil. And I hope that doing this will be successful, and at least this corn will have a head start. It's going to be under the grow light, so once it starts growing, I'm just going to keep it probably in the house for an extra week or two till it's growing a little bit better. Just to give this corn a head start, since being outside did not give it a head start with whatever animal went into my garden. To label my corn, I've decided to do something, just thought it'd be unique. I'm using a straw that I had from to reuse. So I've cut it off, and I'm going to put this in right where at the end of each area is. And for the golden banta, I just put GB. For the honey select, I put HS. And for the peaches and cream, I put a PC. So at the end of each area, this is where it's going to be, so I know exactly where they're growing. So to let me know how to identify which ones the corns, what brand the corns are. I'm going to go and put a dome over top of this. I've got a dome here, and I'll just put it over top of it to get it germinating. And I have the grow light and the heat lamps, the heat mat, to just get this started. So hopefully this is successful, and we will see where this goes. So thanks for following along in this little portion, just to see if we can do our corn starts in a simple tray, something like this, and just see if this is successful. I obviously have plenty of corn seeds to work with here, and I like that. I'm gonna get some different flavors, and whatever germinates is what's going in the garden. I do know, so with pollinating corn, I've done some research on some corn, and I do know that when it does pollinate, if the peaches and cream pollinates the golden kind, it'll actually make that golden kind have the flavor of the peaches and cream. And the reason why that is because this seed grows, but the corn is actually the seed for the following year. So it's just like when another tomato pollinates with another tomato, only the seeds would be what takes on the DNA. And since the corn is the actual product we're eating, it's going to actually take on that. So I'm going to try to make sure it stays in their own section. But if they cross-pollinate, I don't think I'd be too upset with my golden bantan tasting like peaches and cream or like the honey select. So I'm really looking forward just to seeing how it turns out, how this goes, how it grows, and just follow along on my journey with the corn. So if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, even if it's just a green thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed and you want to get notifications and follow along with my journey of my garden for 2022, just click the subscribe button and follow along with me. I'm looking forward to being able to just see how successful this garden is growing. And thank you so much for following along with me. Hope you have a great day and talk to you later. Bye.